Hey, Shalom. All praise and glory to Yahweh by Shemai Shai. Okay. Double honors to the apostles of GMS and greetings and salutations to the brothers in this country and all over the world prophesying in the name of the Heavenly Father in truth. Okay. My name is Yaquab.
Nazarkad, Gabarba.
And Shalom. This is GMS Living Waters, like we do every Sunday with the live streaming. And today the topic's going to be based off the this recent
Sightings,
the recent sightings, UFO sightings in America and abroad.
Yeah.
You know, and basically UFOs are in the scriptures. You know, and they're in the Bible. And number one, those so-called UFOs, the elect man is not it's not unidentified to them. The elect men of God or the Most High, they know what those UFOs are. They're identified, and and man and the Lord knows those UFOs are the Lord's Most High's vehicles.
Yeah.
You know, so to be an Israelite, you have to know that those chariots are part of your history. You know, those chariots are part of us, the nation of Israel. They're like peanut butter and jelly, man. Chariots are a part of us. It's not like something in the distance. This is a part of our heritage, and we're going to have many chariots in the kingdom, man. That's going to be our form of transportation. Along with our spiritual bodies, we're going to have chariots. That's just like you treat it like a car, you know, whatever have you. It's different than that, but just to, you know. Mm-hmm. But anyway, that's the basis of the show. What's the title again?
The recent UFO sightings are just the beginning. Because in 2018,
right.
You know, the Most High is going to turn up the heat, man. He's going to turn up the heat on bringing down America, and he's going to and there's going to be more sightings. That's why right now there's so many sightings that the devil Esau, they're trying to get ahead of the story and try to control the story and say, oh, it's little green man or it's UFOs, because there are going to be so many sightings. It's going to be undeniable, man. Yeah. You can't say, oh, it's a weather balloon or whatnot, okay? Yeah. Because the things that they're gonna do, and according to the scriptures, which the brother's about to read in Zechariah, these UFOs are a curse upon Esau, man.
That's right.
All right, you might as well read that.
Yeah, this is Zechariah 5:1. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll.
A flying roll, man. All right, and it's not a buttered roll or a piece of bread. You want it? Okay. You can use my sword right there.
Right here.
Yeah. So that's referring to a chariot, man. That's referring to a what's called in the scriptures a chariot or a cloud. Those are the vehicles that the angels use, man. Okay.
And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. Mm-hmm. The length thereof is 20 cubits, mm-hmm. and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits.
Right, so this is a huge chariot, man. This is a big chariot, right? Continue.
Reads, then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth.
Right.
For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as one this side according to it. Mm-hmm. And everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it.
Right. Now it tells you in Exodus, I believe it's 21:16, he that stealeth a man and still be found it shall be found in his hand. I was gonna get it.
Yeah, okay.
I'm stuttering.
I think it's numbered, so I think it is Exodus.
Yeah, it's Exodus 21:16. As far as the law about what happens when you steal a man.
Yep.
And we're still found in the hand of our oppressors, the ones that stole us. You might as well read it.
This is Exodus chapter 21, verse 16. It says, and he that stealeth a man,
right,
and selleth him.
And that, we're not the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans stolen and then sold on auction blocks or sold as slaves, right? Continue.
And he that stealeth a man, right, and selleth him,
right,
or if he be found in his hand,
or if he be found in his hand, and we're still in the hands, we're still under subjection under our oppressors, man, the ones that stole us, right? Continue.
It says, and he that stealeth a man and selleth him, mm-hmm. or if he be found in his hand, mm-hmm. he shall surely be put to death.
He shall surely be put to death, man. In this scripture in Zechariah, it said what? The one, matter of fact, read that part where it says the one that stole?
Yeah, it says, Then said he unto me,
right,
this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth.
So this is going to be a curse on the Esau, man. These chariots are going to be are the Israelites' salvation. Okay, they always been our salvation going back to Egypt, right? So this is a vehicle or a way of our salvation, and a curse onto you, man. They're also going to destroy and bring down your society, right? Continue.
Reads, it says, For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off.
Everyone that stealeth shall be cut off. And Esau is the number one. That's his MO. You Edomites, your MO is to steal, kill, and to destroy. All right? But the Most High is going to judge you accordingly, man. And how is he going to do it? He's gonna take down your society, all right? Take you out of rulership and put the right ones in power, which are the Israelites, okay? And the way he's going to do it is going to be through those chariots. One way, all right? The way the Lord is going to return are via those chariots, man. When the Lord returns, everybody's going to know it's the Lord. He's going to make a grand entrance, man. A kingly, royal entrance. The scriptures say, in every eye shall see him, right?
Yep.
Continue.
It says, For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side according to it.
Right.
And everyone that sweareth shall be cut off, as on this side, that side, according to it.
That's right, man. That's right. So you damn Edomites, all right? The elites of the society, the Rothschilds, the Giddys, the DuPonts, all right? The people of Amalek, all right? Just like it tells you in Numbers, the people, you Edomites, man, are cursed, man. And there's no way, I don't care how a Christian wants to twist up the scriptures, there's no salvation unto you Edomites. All right?
It reads, I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of armies, saith Yahweh of armies, and it shall enter into the house of the thief.
House of the thief, man. It says the Lord of what, it said armies?
Yeah, the Lord of hosts. So.
The Lord of hosts, a.k.a. the Lord of armies, man, showing you that the Lord is not all peaceful and pussified like you Christians want to depict him as. The Lord is a commander, man. The Lord is a warrior, man, and he has his army. The same army that it tells you in 37 and the 37th chapter that the Most High is raising up, man. The Most High is raising up his army right now. As we seen UFO videos on the TV, you know, I think that's fake, but still, man, you know, and this brother was going into how he saw a chariot, man. So this is real, man. This is real, man, and this is what the chariots are going to be used, like I said earlier, are going to be used as a vehicle to take down Esau out of his rulership and to deliver the Israelites out of our captivity, you know. And that's how it's always been. The same way the Israelites were delivered out of manifestation, that we'll get that too in Jeremiah 16:14. The same way the Israelites were delivered out of America, out of our captivity. I'm sorry. The same way the Israelites were delivered out of captivity in Egypt, are the same way we're going to be delivered in this Egypt, or AKA America, AKA Babylon. Okay, as well as all the other countries whither he had driven us or scattered us. All right, continue.
It says, it reads, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name.
Oh, it said, and the house of the thief, which the house of the thief are the Edomites, man. You are the ones that go into every other country and rob them and steal their natural resources. Don't believe for 1 second that the American army is over there in the Middle East to spread their democracy, or they want to go into Syria to spread their democracy. What they want to do, they're in Afghanistan. Why? For one reason is their oil, and another reason is for the opium production, man, which is the main ingredient for every pharmaceutical drug, opium. All right, it's the reason why opium production in Afghanistan shot up 1,000% ever since they were in there. But you damn American people don't have no goddamn no critical thinking. Okay, you just believe what you're told. Okay, the perfect slave. All right.
It reads,
So it said the house of the thief, right?
Yep. It says the house of the thief,
Mm-hmm.
and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof.
Mm-hmm. Consume, man. America is, and how is America going to be consumed? It's going to be consumed via those missiles, man. Okay, so one way America is going to be destroyed is through those missiles, just like it tells you in Revelation, the 9th chapter, and many other chapters, Zechariah 14 and 12, how America is going to be pelted with thermonuclear missiles. Job, what's that? Job 30 or Job 20?
Yeah.
America is going to be totally destroyed and demolished by thermonuclear missiles, as well as the chariots, as well as the chariots, man.
There's one in Isaiah I'm trying to find. Is Isaiah 60?
Okay.
I believe
How it go? You know how it go?
Chat will come with fire with lasers.
Oh, 65.
Isaiah 65.
65, right? Okay. Yeah.
66.
Yeah. Okay.
60. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, so when the Lord returns, He's gonna see. That's one way. That's one thing you can ask a Christian. How is the Lord gonna return? Oh, He's gonna come and love everybody.
Okay. Yeah.
He's gonna come on a soft cloud. He's gonna float down like a little faggot. You know. Man, that's one reason why the Lord is angry, man. You're depicting him as a total soft little faggot, man.
Yeah,
okay? But the scriptures speak about how the Lord is going to return. And He's going to return with pure force, pure power, and pure vengeance, man. Right?
Yeah, yep. It tells you right here. It says Isaiah chapter 66. Yeah. Isaiah chapter 66, verse 15. It says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire.
Mm-hmm.
And with his chariots.
And with his chariots, man. So why don't you ask a Christian what is a chariot? Is it the thing? So he's going to come in a chariot with a horse, and he's going to come down like a little faggot? No, those chariots are talking about those UFOs, man. Okay? Which are IFOs to us because they're identifiable as the vehicles of the angels, man. As well as the Lord. And when he comes down, he's going to come down. Matter of fact, read that again?
Yeah. It says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire.
The Lord will come with fire, right? You know?
And with his chariots like a whirlwind.
And with his chariots like a whirlwind. That's what it tells you. I think it's in Luke 12. It says, what if fire is kindled? What if fire if it already be kindled? I come with fire. What if fire if it already be kindled? Meaning, America is going to be in total disarray and in destruction, and he's going to come bring more fire. And it tells you that he's going to come with the biggest chariot of all. Okay, continue.
It says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind,
right?
To render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire.
To render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire, man. Showing you that the Lord is not the Lord who you call Jesus Christ is not in a good mood when he returns.
That's right.
He's gonna come with blood and vengeance. That's what it tells you in Isaiah 63 that who is he that cometh from Edom with dyed garments, man. The Lord is gonna have a lot of death on his hands, man, and he's gonna come and punish the wicked. Which are you Edomites? The wicked is referring to the Edomites or Esau. All right, and when the Lord comes, he's gonna come in pure anger, pure power, just like it's telling you in Isaiah. The 66th chapter, right? Continue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it says, and just to further elaborate, man, the scripture, it says chariots, man, which the word car comes from the word chariot, which proves the word chariots in the scriptures is talking about obviously a vehicle. And in this particular script, it's talking about the Lord's chariots, or his car, so to speak, would be his so-called UFOs. Okay. And like the brothers are, talking about that fire, man, that fire represents that destruction, that harm, that judgment. Fire is used as a cleansing agent. It's going to be used to cleanse and wipe off all the wickedness, man. So that's what that fire is that represents for, Okay. So yeah, it says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind, right? To render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. It says, by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. So, I mean, that's pretty clear, man. It just said slain, so you know the Lord's coming with pure death, man.
I thought the Lord was coming to save the whole world.
That's right. Well, not according to this script, man. And the Lord makes it very clear, you know. You just been fooled by Satan to believe otherwise, you know. In these fucking churches, man. These little devil dens you call churches, you know. The devil lied dens, man. You just go. That's the place you go to do a few things. You just get lied to. You do demon dance, you know.
That's definitely a demon dance.
Demon dance. What else goes? You eat demon food.
You got them sodomites in there.
Basically anything wickedness is in the church. That's what you learn in these churches, man. They're not giving you no truth, prophecy, and like the apostles going into last night, Apostle Dahar, which resonated probably with a few brothers probably, is that like the scriptures always say, is that a man of the Lord he said the Most High put his men on earth. He put prophets on earth. Mm-hmm. And all they want to do is men of the Lord. You want to prophet. You want to bring out the prophets.
Prophecies. Yeah.
You want to bring out prophecies, you know. So it resonated. So that's what basically my point is. That's what a man of the Lord is going to do. He's going to carry out the will of Heavenly Father, which is to bring out the prophecies and this truth, which these churches ain't doing, man. You know, that was it.
You got a precept? This is Revelation 19 and 11. And I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse. And that white horse, represents, the white represents righteousness, man. Okay, purity. And the horse represents power. Going back to what? You have a car. It says, well, how many horsepower does your car have? That's a vehicle the Lord's traveling in. Okay, but they have this. The whole world is making you Christian, you grape juice drinkers, believing that the Lord's coming in little chariot with horses coming down in the nose.
Yeah, pink horses passing out flowers.
Passing out flowers, and they say that He loves the world. No, man. All right, the horse represents power. It says here. And it says,
I'm sorry. That's another thing. Like you never get what's the Lord gonna come back to? Like what's he come back to be happy about or congratulate? Which you gotta, either what's he come back for? And the scriptures. I mean, look at the state of the world. You got war breaking out everywhere. Yeah. You got morals of this country and all the world is just at an all-time low. So what would the Lord be come back to celebrate, or what would He be celebrating here?
Salaki, you got sodomites running rampant.
Yeah, come, man. Mm-hmm. The Lord's come back to destroy this damn place, man.
Yeah, it reads, it says, and he that sat upon him was called faithful and true. And in righteousness he doth judge and make war. And this is talking about who people call Jesus Christ, man. All right? This is talking about what? The Lord is Savior. Yeah. All right? He's not coming back to save the whole world. The Lord is coming back to kill majority of the people on this planet, man. All right, and putting the rest in slavery, and then He's gonna redeem the elect, man. All right, the elect is talking about the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Americans who are Israelites. Yeah. All right, it says here, His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on His head were many crowns, and that's talking about Him conquering all these kingdoms, man. Mm-hmm. All right, that's that rock that Daniel seen. Okay, that he described the. Nebuchadnezzar was it Nimrod? Nebuchadnezzar. That rock with all the kingdoms. When you seen the
you mean in Daniel's?
In Daniel's
chapter. Yeah. Then he saw the statue.
Exactly, the statue.
Yeah.
Those are all the kingdoms, man.
From start to beginning represented the Assyrians first.
Yeah. Yep.
Was it the Assyrians, the Babylonians?
The Babylonians, then Assyrians,
the Medes and the Persians.
Yeah, Assyrian, Babylonian. Yeah. Then it was the Medes, Persian Empire. Then it was the Greeks, the Romans. And then it was
now America.
The feet mixed with miry clay. That's talking about that's America.
America, yeah. With the clay represents the foundation broken down and their economy breaking down, basically. Mm-hmm.
And then that stone that breaks the foot.
Yeah.
Is what that's Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
Through Yahweh Shai, we're gonna take down this society, man.
Yeah, that's Daniel's second chapter.
Yeah.
Matter of fact,
it reads, it says, His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on His head were many crowns. And He had a name written that no man knew but He Himself. And He was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood. And His name is called the Word of the Most High. All right, because the Yahweh Shai is not going to be literally getting his garment dirty, man. That's talking about what these chariots, which you people call UFOs, are going to be doing, man. all right, they have something called concentrated fire out these UFOs. They're gonna be zapping you people, all right. Anyone who doesn't have that tawah, all right, that righteous mark upon their forehead, they're gonna be zapping these people, man. All right, and there is gonna be an alien invasion. The alien invasion of Yahweh, Shem Yahushua, and all the angels, man. All right, because you people call them aliens, man. All right, the ones that are not marked with that tawah, the ones that going back to Ezekiel 9:4, man. All right, if the angels don't see that mark, if the angels don't see that mark that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua says, those are my people of the elect, you're gonna get destroyed by the chariots.
Which the mark is Tawah, which means exempt from judgment, not the mark of the beast. Okay, the mark is meaning exempt from judgment. Yeah, it's good. Nah, go ahead.
And it reads, and the armies which
because if you have the other mark, the mark of the beast, that RFID chip, the Most High is gonna destroy you, man. Okay. Gotta,
yeah,
say that.
And this is Revelation 19:14. It reads, and the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. And that's talking about the chariots. All right, they're also in white horses, man. Again, the white horse represents righteousness and power. All right, you see what these chariots could do, man. These chariots can be as small as a dot, and it can be as big as a planet. And one chariot can take out this whole kingdom, man, this whole earth. All right. And in Psalm 68:17, David said he see the chariots of the Lord are 20,000, even thousands. All right. So in 2 Ezra 13 also says that, all right, it covers the whole face of the earth. All right. Yahweh Shai is gonna be standing on that father's ship. He's gonna be standing on a chariot. So every eye shall see him, all right? And you people gonna know that you done fucked up, man. Because what you people don't realize, all right, is that the Yahweh Shai, the word called Jesus Christ, is a so-called Negro. He's a so-called black man. He's very dark skinned, with a white woolly hair, big afro, big beard. All right, he's very dark skinned, man. He's mad, man. All right, and he's coming in a vehicle, okay, which is the father's ship, and he's coming with all the angels: Michael, Ya Allah, Yuri, Allah, Rapha, Ya Allah, Gabar, Ya Allah, all right, and all the other angels. To redeem the elect and to lay justice down here in this kingdom, in this queendom, may I say?
That's right.
And then it reads, I think it's the last one. It says, "And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he shall smite the nations." This is talking about who people call Jesus Christ, man. He's gonna smite the nations, all right, with the sword out of his mouth, and that sword out of his mouth is talking about the concentrated fire. Just like if you want to go into Independence Day, that's the sword out of his mouth, man. Concentrated fire, which is lasers. We can be zapping you people to dust. Right? If you people don't repent and get right. And this is only for the Israelites. Because you other nations have no salvation. All right? The only people that have salvation, all right, is the Israelites, which is the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. And the elect of them. All right? And it says, that with it he shall smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. And he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness of the wrath of the almighty power. And he hath on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. And that's going to be our salvation. That's who's going to deliver us. Lord willing, we hold on to the end and be endured to the end. He's going to be the one that's going to deliver us. Our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai with all the angels, man. And also you people are going to see a strange thing, because as we're getting beamed up, we're going to be changed. Our bodies are going to be changed.
Twinkle of an eye, yeah.
God.
That's right, man.
No, let me get that first, and I'll get that. It's in Corinthians.
Yeah. All right, because we're not gonna these puny little bodies that we have now. You know, you walk outside for 5 minutes and you fucking damn near getting them the fucking pneumonia or some shit.
Yeah, and that's after you taking a year being a vegetarian or getting all these supplements you spent $800 on, right? You get every month.
Yeah.
That's you going to the gym 5 times a week and running 4 times a week, and you still get a cold. Within that represents your puny bodies, man.
Yeah, man. So these puny bodies can't go into these inferior corruptible bodies can't go in the chariots, man. We're gonna need new bodies, man. And it tells you like the brother has those bodies are going to be changed in an instant once we get beamed up in those chariots, which are our deliverance, right?
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 51. It says, Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. Okay, and like the brother said, he used that exact word. He said changed. Okay, and yeah, there is going to be a time that we change, and you people are going to count it as strange too. Okay, well, like the brothers going through in the spirit, when that time comes for us to be saved out of here with the vehicles or the chariots, like we're going into the so-called UFOs. We can't go in with these corrupt fleshly bodies, man. We got to go in with spiritual bodies, a more pure body, which are the spiritual bodies, which the Lord's gonna transform when we're saved out of here, man. This is the actual script. It says, Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye. Okay, at the last trump. So it says in a moment, just like that, like the brother's going into, in the twinkling of an eye, just as fast as an eye blink. You were going to get beamed up. Okay. It says
in the same way that, and that's how the Lord was taken up. It tells you that in Acts, the 1st chapter, how the Lord just got beamed up right into those chariots, the same way Elijah got beamed up. Elijah.
Yeah.
All right, we back.
We're back.
Yeah. Satan want to have fun. Go ahead.
Yeah. Satan tried to interrupt, the show, but we got the Spirit of the Lord with us. Time, so come. You know what I mean? Try to come through these technical devices, man. Anyway, right? So, brothers going to we may be changing the twinkling of an eye, man. Were you talking actually?
You was gonna read something?
Yeah, it says. Anyway, I keep going. It says, Behold, I show you mystery. We shall all not sleep, but we shall all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised uncorruptible, and it shall be changed. All right, and that dead represents us. That dead represents those fleshly bodies, because these bodies are really dead. They're under the chains of the flesh, which is corrupt. It's mortal. It doesn't live. It's an endpoint. It's not forever. It says, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible. So how are we going to be incorruptible? By putting on these incorruptible bodies that's not going to be corrupt, because corrupt means to what decay and it's some corrupt. So basically, the new bodies are not corrupt. They're not going to end. It's forever. It's pure. Okay. And it says, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption. Okay. It says, for this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So that's pretty plain and to the point and easy. Okay, to understand that to be in these chariots that we're talking about. Okay, we're gonna have to be putting those fresh, new bodies, or pure bodies. All right, that was it on there.
Yeah, I got a precept. Mm-hmm. This is Wisdom of Solomon 5. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Read that again.
This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness.
Yeah, the righteous man, it says. Okay, the righteous man of the men of Israel. All right, the 144,000. All right, the elect men. The righteous man should stand in great boldness. All right, in the boldness in the spirit of Yahweh Shemai Shai. Keep going.
Before the face of such as have afflicted him.
And that's the key word. Before the face of such that has afflicted him. Now, it goes with a shadow without a doubt that the nation of Israel, the so-called blacks, the Native Americans, and the Latinos have been afflicted by the so-called white man. That's the common relation that the Native Americans, Latinos, and the so-called blacks have, is that the number one, we're all related by the so-called white man has destroyed us on as far as any other nation on earth more than anybody else.
Yeah, what's that? In Jeremiah it says that.
Oh yeah,
We
that's
have been
right.
pressed together.
Might as well hit that. We're pressed together.
Yeah.
Ephraim and Judah have been pressed together. You know. So yeah, read that again. Yeah, before the face of such that had afflicted him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is it says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors.
Yeah, that's very plain. I mean, when you build a country by free labor, all right, by not labor. Let me not even use that. Free slavery, man.
That's crazy.
All right.
1,000% profit.
1,000% profit. This is single-handedly how the international bankers got rich. Now they set up this system and all that kind of stuff, but they single-handedly got rich with the Israelites, putting them in slavery.
Yeah.
Starting with America, man. You know, that's the whole big thing, and with that, with not being paid, what does that mean? We're not getting held accountable. We're not held accountable for our labors. Read that again, Salak.
It says, and made no account of his labors.
Yeah, made no account for his labors. So they're not paying us for what we did, and overall, it was not like we wanted to get paid for that shit anyway. You know, it was fucking slavery.
Slack it.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Whatever happened to that 40 acres of mule?
Yeah, that bullshit, man.
Which was fucking bullshit.
You know, just another one of Esau. No, whatever Esau has plans in his lies. You know, but yeah, you know, we weren't accounting for our labor, so there's no other better example for who that happened to on earth, and it doesn't come close, man. All right, that's the situation. That's the issue. It doesn't come close. There's no other nation on earth who's been oppressed like the Latinos, Native Americans, and the so-called blacks, which are the Israelites, man. All right, read that again. And yeah, that day we're gonna stand before you in great boldness, and we're talking against the so-called white man. All right.
I'm going to read this real quick.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Together. It's Jeremiah 50, verse 33. It says, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
Thus said the Lord of hosts. Okay, which that's another proof, which we were talking about before. The Lord of hosts means the Lord of armies, or the Lord of Sabaoth, right? Which means the Lord of armies.
Mm-hmm.
So you might as well say the Lord of armies right there.
Yeah. It says, thus saith the Lord of armies.
Yeah, see?
The children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
Yeah, the children of Judah and the children of Israel were oppressed together, which means all of Israel went through slavery. All of Israel went through oppression.
Mm-hmm.
See? Now, that's perfect script, because it said the key word oppressed. Was there more there?
Yeah.
Okay.
It says, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
I mean, I don't really got to elaborate, man. Read that again, Slack.
Yeah, it says, Jeremiah 50, verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. And all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
All them took them captives held them fast. Didn't the so-called white man gather us up fast and make this come into play really quickly as far as putting into slavery? Held them fast. Basically, he didn't let us go. And what did it say? I'm sorry. And held them fast in what?
It says, and they refused to let them go.
And refused to let them go. And they did. They didn't want to let it. And they still didn't let us go.
Mm-hmm.
Right? What's the proof to that? The fake-ass proclamation. What's it called again now? Proclamation
emancipation.
Emancipation. That was the so-called time they let us free.
Mm-hmm.
But it was really to put us further into slavery, to make the international bankers really they took it a step up with the Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
They really made basically money that was on feet, made it now into bonds, into basically instead of physical money, tangible money, which were the slaves.
Mm-hmm.
Now it became into into bonds or to certain bonds, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Selling people's bonds into profit making system.
Yeah, because if you break down the word emancipation, it just means transfer of ownership.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so we transferred the ownership from the slaves in the South to America and the international bankers over there in Europe.
Yeah.
That's the reason why we pay taxes. Those taxes go to the international bankers in Europe, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Basically, they sold our stock onto the elites.
There you go.
That's how Wall Street.
So it was the biggest basically, it was the big transfer, to begin the business of America, man. That was it. The Civil War. You know, that's what people, you know. But anyway, that's the point. Was to show us they didn't let us free.
Mm-hmm.
Read that last part again.
Right. It says, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
Yeah, they refused to let them go. The slavery and the Civil War was a part of it. They tried to make it seem like they were going to let us free, but they never did. And we're still in captivity. Like, you know, nothing's changed. That's why you have a Social Security number, which proves you're nothing but a stock and a bond. You know, you're actual a piece of commodity for the international bankers, man. You know what I mean? So they refuse to let us go. And who's the bullseye of the American economy or the backbone of America? It has always been the children of Israel, man. Mm-hmm. That's how you got set up. And who's pushing the economy now? The children of Israel. Mm-hmm. You know, we're the backbone of this society, man. You know, so-called illegally or not illegally. You know what I mean? If you're in the system or not a system, is Israel at the end of the day supporting the system, willingly or unwillingly? You know.
That's why it tells you in Deuteronomy the 28th chapter, and no man shall buy you, or no man shall save you. Okay, to this, the only one that's going to save us is Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
The reason why his name is the Deliverer or the Savior. He is our Savior. Right. So for you wacky tacky, I don't know going on. You know,
that's so funny. No, I seen that video at y'all camp when that stupid simple Christian.
Oh, that's
didn't understand.
Yeah.
I did a video on that.
I saw the video.
How do you not understand that? And if you just go into the word, it said no man shall save you.
No. He you know, wacky take Chris. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
And when it says no man shall buy you, it means like if you're in bondage, if somebody buys you, they're redeeming you out of slavery. Mm-hmm. So it means exactly what it means. And then when you go into it, it means to be saved.
Well, you know, these wacky take Christians don't read. They don't read. These wacky, they don't read.
Yeah. That, you know, I always say that's the proof Most High exists.
Yeah.
Because the simplicity of the scriptures. Mm-hmm. That's the proof that God, the Most High exists, that He's real, because the scriptures to the men of the Lord are easy to understand. Mm-hmm. You know? You know, might as well always. I gotta get my. I was bringing it every show.
Mm-hmm. Must needs.
Because at the end of the day, the scriptures are playing, man.
Right. Okay.
You know, I'm sorry. You guys bring up whatever you want. Bring out this real quick.
You was reading, right? Because I'm done with.
Yeah, I was. Okay. Yeah, he was reading that. Yeah.
I had a precept, but
Okay.
I had a precept to it. To Nahum 3.
Right.
It says, "Woe to the bloody city! It is all full of lies and robbery. Mm-hmm. The prey departeth not." Mm-hmm. And you know that's talking about what? That's the perfect precept to Jeremiah 15:33. Because who's the prey? We're talking about the Edomites. They are the prey against the children of Israel. All right. Okay. And it says what? It says that why is the city bloody? The city's bloody because the blood of the children of Israel is right here in America, man. Not only here in America, and all the other lands that we be scattered upon the four corners of the earth.
I got one.
Okay, you Edomites have us in bondage, and you guys are killing us, murdering us actually up to this day, man. All right. What happened to? There's plenty of Jakes that nothing's been accounted for. All right. That's not even hitting the news.
Oh well, even Jake's creations, man.
Right.
Black inventions.
Yep.
Mm. You know, if you go into the black inventions, a lot of those creations. Jake created, so-called blacks created in the what do you call it, in the industrial era or in the 20th century, like the 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s. Yeah. A lot of black inventors, created what you see around you. But then you also had Esau. He was so-called making inventions, but it was really Jake was making the invention, and he would claim that invention because he was under his. He was
under his tutelage.
He was under his tutelage.
But for instance, Thomas Edison.
Oh, okay.
He didn't create the light. He just made he just made it brighter. But the real person that made the invented the light bulb was a Jake, man.
Mm-hmm.
But he took Esau. He took the patent.
He still.
So now, whenever you look at you do research on him, you think that he created the light bulb. But it was he just made I think it was it's called a filament or something like that.
Yeah,
he just made it brighter.
Kind of.
Okay, but the real inventor of the light bulb was a so-called black man.
Yeah, you wouldn't know that, you know.
Yeah.
And basically, that's a perfect example. don't account for his labors.
Right.
You know, and obviously light and electricity is a big part of society.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They basically get no credit, and they're not going to get no credit in society, man. Yeah. You know, let's credit to blame.
Yep.
So that was, you got something else?
Yeah, I got something on it because, you know, this is the show on the chariots,
yeah,
which are going to be our deliverance and the destruction of this place called America or Babylon.
And then another point too, another point of the show is that there are going to be more sightings. That's another point of the show too. That's the prelude of things to come. All these sightings.
Yeah.
You know, there are going to be more sightings. You know, from the Lord.
Yep. So this is Wisdom of Solomon 5.
Yeah.
All right, this is Wisdom of Solomon 5th chapter 5 and 21. It says, "Then shall the right aiming thunderbolts go abroad, and from the clouds, as from a well-drawn bow, shall they fly to the mark." And that's referring to those chariots or UFOs shooting those laser beams, just like it shows you in that movie with Tom Cruise, War of the Worlds. Right?
Yeah.
They're gonna take part in the destruction of America, man. As well as simultaneously delivering Israel. That's gonna be our form of deliverance via those chariots of the Most High. All right. So let me continue on. It says, and from the clouds, as from a well-drawn bow, shall they fly to the mark. So they're all gonna hit their target, man. You're not gonna have one chariot. Oops, I missed.
Yeah.
No, you know, they're all gonna.
Yeah, no, it's all around. Yeah.
You know,
all.
You know, this place is gonna be destroyed in a magnificent
precision.
Magnificent, precise precision. You know, all of them gonna hit the mark, and not only the lasers from the chariots, the missiles, the missiles also. The missile, it tells you that, what is it, Joel, the 2nd chapter, not one shall go off rank, man. Yeah. So that's a whole nother show in itself. But if the chariots are going to take part in the destruction of America, as well as the missiles shot off from all these other countries, man. That's what's going to make America or Babylon a lake of fire.
Okay.
You know? So...
Yeah, now I was getting to something. Yeah,
okay.
I got a quick precept. You still going?
No, go ahead.
Okay, this is Psalm 68 and 17. It says, "The chariots of the Most High are 20,000, even thousands of angels."
Damn.
Read
that again.
This is Psalm 68 and 17. Mm-hmm. "The chariots of the Most High are 20,000, even thousands of angels." Mm. It says the Most High is among them as in Sinai in the holy place. Okay, and that's a perfect example is going to happen, man. All these chariots that we're seeing, all right, it's for us, all right? Because Mount Sinai represents the people before the place, man. That's the children of Israel. The same way that we got delivered. Oh, when the brother's going to bring out Jeremiah 16:14 to know. The same way we got delivered, okay, back in Egypt, all right, with what? The chariots. Yahweh shined the chariots. It's the same way we're going to get delivered this time, man. All right? You people no longer talk about what went on in Egypt. We're just still making money off of what happened, off of our ancestry, all right, to this day. All right? But there's going to be a greater deliverance, man, because the chariots are going to flood the skies, man. They're going to cover the whole sky. She said?
Yeah, I got it. So I guess we can end it on this?
Yeah.
All right, so this is Jeremiah 16, verse 14. Right? It says, hold on. 16 and 14. It says, "Therefore, behold, the days come," showing you it's a prophecy.
Yep.
Right? It says, "saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said that." I read again. "Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said that the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt."
Right, because that was talking about what? The deliverance, a great deliverance to Habitad people, man. Because we were in bondage, okay, under the heathens, under the Egyptians. Just like how we're in bondage right now. Okay, read that one more time.
Right. It says, "Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt."
Yeah, because the type of deliverance we're gonna have this time is nobody's gonna talk about what happened back then. Because the type of deliverance we're gonna have this time is gonna be far greater than that.
Mm-hmm. it says, verse 15, but the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north.
I think from the land of the north, it's talking about North America.
Mm-hmm. And from all the lands whither he hath driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers.
Yeah, because what? There's going back to Deuteronomy 20, verse 64, we've been scattered upon the four corners of the earth. All right? So the Lord's going to deliver us mainly, the children of Israel, mainly here in North America, but we've been scattered everywhere. That's why we have Hebrew Israelites, particularly Great Millstone, that's scattered everywhere. We have Israelites in camps in Holland. Yeah. We got camps in Australia. You know what I'm saying? We got camps everywhere. Hawaii. Okay, we're going to be delivered everywhere.
GMS Suriname.
And that's going to be a great thing to these heathens. Man, the heathens are going to be dismayed. Yeah. All right? Because why? They're going to see Israelites getting beamed up out of the four corners of the whole earth, man. Mm-hmm. Yep. All right? With what you people call UFOs. That's right. All right? Okay, that's our salvation. Don't you know that our ancestors, while they were in slavery, we used to sing a song called Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, coming back to carry us home. What's home? Jerusalem, man. Mm-hmm. We're not African Americans. We're not Hispanics, not Native Americans. We are the sons and daughters of the living power, man. Mm-hmm. We are the children of Israel. And that's what we're here to proclaim. And those angels, those what you people call UFOs, that's our salvation. They don't belong to you. They belong to us. Like the elders were saying, man, the priests were saying, man. Mm. All right, those angels are our salvation and getting out of here because what? We are in bondage. Okay, and 2/3 of our people really think that they're free. Those are the same 2/3 of the people that were murmuring and complaining in the wilderness, talking about that Yahweh Shai, okay, and Moses took us out of Egypt to die, man. Yeah. All right, those are the same niggas right now, and the Lord is going to destroy them. All right, but the Lord is specifically coming back this time. He's not saving all of Israel like he did last time in Egypt. The Lord's only going to save 1/3 of his people, man. All right, and they're going to what? They are the ones that's going to be waiting and looking, okay, for the Lord to come. And we see the chariots. Mm-hmm. That's why 2018 is going to be what? The beginning of what's to come. All right, which is what? The chariots.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's right, man. I guess that's
yeah,
you know?
Absolutely.
You know? So yeah, man. So just like the title of the show in 2018, which this year went so fast, you know. We're already in 2018 now. The Lord is going to turn up the heat in all phases. He's gonna turn up the heat as far as his government and the
economy going down.
As far as the economy going down, the new tax bill is going to take place, right? Which is going to be more problems. There's going to be race wars, race tension. You already have the troops over there in Chicago, right? And also you're going to have more, which is the premise of the video. What's going to also is going to be a lot more UFO sightings, man. Yeah. Which is like I said, the whole point of this video. All right, so I guess that was it. This is GMS Living Waters. Until next week, next Sunday when we do the live show again. I want to say, further I want to say all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Shai. Double honors to our apostles and leaders of Israel, of GMS, and shalom to the elect out there, across the whole four corners of the earth. All right, so until the next show, I want to say shalom.
Shalom.
Turn this off.